Good morning, everybody. I want to do a video this morning of mid-spring. Well, yeah, mid-spring. We got a couple more weeks before the summer comes through. I did the John and Mary garden, and I did the Grand Canyon garden the other day. So today I just wanted to do the back part. But before I do the back part, I wanted to do a quick side video. I've got these 3 beautiful Arizona cypresses that are just doing really beautifully. Wanted to talk to you really quickly about this little one right here in the middle. I call it Belle. She was literally right tucked over there in the corner, and I felt like she needed to be a little bit closer because I had another tree here, I think it was like a Leland cypress. Yeah, it was a Leland cypress, and it had gone brown. So I ended up moving her over to this middle part. So now you've got, you know, this Arizona, this one, and this one. So this one, she struggled a little bit, but I'm so happy to see her bounce back. She's gotten a little bit of definitely some green in her. So I'm really excited about her being there and making her way through. So it's very beautiful. And I've got this beautiful plum tree here, named after my grandmother. I named my trees, I name my stuff. Not everything has a name, but some certain things have names. So this one is Maria, and she puts a beautiful lavender flower in the springtime. I wanted to let's talk really quickly over here. I still have this hole here. I was going to put a oak leaf hydrangea, but my friend who gifted it to me, she said it would burn really badly here, so I didn't want to put her there. I'll find something else to place here. I had a rosemary right here. As you can see, some of the dandelions are back here, which is hard to get to. So she's just gone completely. I have a crepe myrtle here. I am hoping that this year she'll put some flowers. I don't know. We'll see. I have to clean underneath there and give her some mulch or something to make her, I don't know, maybe she doesn't need it or not. But and then right here, I've got a butterfly bush. This one I named after my cousin Sammy. Yeah, he passed away. Well, he didn't. He was taken from us a couple years ago, and I had another one, and it didn't do really well, so I brought a new one. So I gotta clean the weeds that are underneath there, but I'm really excited to see this year. I've been really paying attention and taking good care of it, so hopefully it'll be a nice deep purple. I mean, just gorgeous deep purple. Here's the dollhouse, which I've mentioned before in my previous videos. I'm going to do a chicken coop here, and I'm hoping that will maybe be this fall. I keep saying it's just time. It's just the time is my issue at the moment, but hopefully I will get it through. Right here we've got a beautiful rose bush, climbing rose bush. No, I think it's just a regular rose bush. It's not a climbing rose bush. Beautiful red. Water feature, a water bath for the birds. And I've got some daylilies here. They're still putting some flowers. Some of them are a little spent. Salvia, and I've got a blue star juniper here. Another salvia popping. I transplanted a thing that was so tiny, little tiny thing, and now it's just gotten really big in the past, what, four or 5 weeks. Daylily here. I've got a beautiful rose of Sharon here, named that after my great friend Nadia. I've got the new gifted oak leaf hydrangea right there. That's one of them. My friend Dee gave that to me, so I'm really excited about that. Looks like she's doing really well. Hopefully she'll be blooming very soon. I think it's the season for it. Really quickly, I had this whole little cluster here of bearded irises. I don't know if I mentioned it before. I probably did, but I'll do it again. We've had this, when we first purchased our property, our line from I would say right about here was all grass. all of that was grass to this point. So I started to make I guess a little bit of a line, so to speak, and I've had all these irises back here, and they weren't blooming, they weren't doing anything, and I thought, so I moved them up forward here. So one of them just bloomed, two of them just bloomed the other day, so I'm really excited to see them doing their thing here. I got a bird feeder here, a little ornamental stand there with the pot. Oh, before I forget, this here little area here will be the chicken run for the chicken coop that I'm gonna be working on sometime in the fall or maybe next spring, we'll see. So now we've entered inside the reflecting garden. We've got a butterfly bush here. We've got four. One here, I can't remember the brand or the type, I can't remember, but these guys here are the Pugster Pinkers. So 1, 2, 3, and then another butterfly bush right there. I've got I think it's a ruby giant echinacea or coneflower, and I've got some salvias right here. Let's see what they do. I'm just hoping, over time, like I literally just did this a couple weeks ago, so I'm hoping that it'll fill up over time, and I think it'll look really, really great. We've got here a lupin, which I've never had, and I've seen them in so many videos, and I thought, what a beautiful thing. But guess what? I got that for free at the local nursery. It looked really, really, it looked rough, and so they gave it to me. She's like, here, I'll give it to you. I'm like, oh, it didn't have a price or anything on it, so yeah, I tend to have luck with that kind of stuff. I've got a blonde, I think it's called a legal blonde lavender right here, and I've got these beautiful blue diamond delphiniums. I planted them about a month and a half ago, and I'm hoping that they'll fill up really nicely. They're not there yet. This one, look at, gotta show you how beautiful this. I mean, when I saw this, I mean, it is absolutely blue. Like, it's got blue but little touches of purple on the tips. You can see these little beautiful, I had to have it. It was just striking. So I'm hoping that it'll fill in really, really, really nicely. We'll see how it goes. I've got a Spanish lavender right here, and that's filling up nicely. I also got a foxglove. I placed her in the center just recently, like a couple days ago. Moved the sedum that was sitting over here and placed her actually over there. So, but we'll talk about that in a second. Before I forget, let me show you the flowers of the Pugster Pinkers. Look at that, isn't that pretty? I think the butterflies are going to enjoy this, and I'm hoping that they will fill up really, really nicely. I think they'll do really great here, so we'll see. Okay, so now let's go back over here. Now over here we've got a beautiful lace top Tiny Tough Stuff hydrangea. Should be a purple or blue. I think it's like a soft lavenderish blue. I can't tell you for sure because it hasn't bloomed yet, but she's doing really, really well, and I'm hoping that she will fill up here. It's supposed to be 3 feet wide, 2.5 feet tall, maybe 3 feet tall. So I'm thinking that would be a nice, I mean, look how I purposely did that so it's rounded in this area. So I think that's gonna look really great here. And now I've got a wormwood. This thing is just absolutely pretty. I wasn't expecting, I didn't know what to expect. My wife saw it, she's like, oh, can we get this in our garden? And I was like, okay. It wasn't part of my plan, but she wanted it, and when the wife requests something, I'm going to jump on it. Here is another Tiny Tough Stuff hydrangea, and that's looking really, really nice, and I think it's going to look really, you know, once it fills up a little bit more, it'll look really nice against this beautiful blue globe ornament. And we have a tiny, nope, sorry, it's a Midnight Masquerade penstemon right here. This, I brought it last summer, late summer, and she started to fill in really nicely, and some ants were having their beds in here, and they kind of, I'd say stifle, or I don't know what they did something to her, and I had to keep going back and cleaning and ripping up their, I hate doing that to the ants, but I had to move the dirt and just ramble it, and now she's kind of making her way nicely there. Hopefully she'll come back next year even stronger, so we'll see. I've got a soft touch holly and just a regular garden phlox, and she's doing really good. I had here these guys here, the butterfly bush. I had them over here, one over here and one over there, but I removed it. I thought it was too big for the space. I felt like they needed some space, so and this phlox was a little further back, so I moved her forward, and hopefully she'll look really great amongst the soft touch hollies. Ornamental stone here. Okay, I'm really excited about my beautiful smiley climbing roses. I'm just so happy to see that they are just blooming so nicely with a clematis climbing up on this arch here, and it's just hoping that it'll fill in really nicely. It might take a full year. It might take a little bit of time to fill up the whole arch, but we'll see how that goes. So it's a smiley from, I think I got it from Stark Brothers. Yes, I know for sure, because I got it as a giveaway, and I'm so excited about it. So I brought two, one over here and one over here. This one put a flower the other day, but it's already gone, so I'm hoping that she'll keep pushing more. Really quickly, I have here a apple tree. This is my son Matthew. I named it after my son Matthew, and I just love it. We had a frost a couple months ago, and it still has its effect, and I haven't been able to, I don't want to cut it. I don't want it get any diseases on it, so leaving it alone. But really quickly, I have one of my friends who gave me the oak leaf hydrangea was telling me that this crepe myrtle, sorry, my brain has just gotten a little slow there. This crepe myrtle is called a firecracker crepe myrtle, and it puts a fiery red flower. I am ecstatic. I can't wait to see it. I got this from a weird, funny story. It's not weird, but I was driving on the road nearby, and they made a new subdivision, and they were putting a new road or a new entrance into that road from the main. It's like a medium, and these trees were in the medium, and so they had to rip these trees out because they had just planted them. And they put these 4 of these guys here, pulled them up, and they were ripping that whole area, ripping the cement, and now making a new, like a, you know, you just make your left, or yeah, you make your left to go into that subdivision from the right-hand side road. So anyway, so I pulled over and I asked the guy, are you guys gonna get rid of this, or, you know, can I have it? He's like, I don't see why not. I grabbed 2 of them like an idiot. I should have grabbed all 4. But I thought maybe I was being a little too greedy. So I ended up grabbing 2, and so I've placed one here and the other one's on the other side, which I'll talk to you about in a second. But I'm really excited to see that. Got some delphinium, no, sorry, dianthus. I'm not sure if it's the pink one or the purple one. It's a star, beautiful star flower that will be placed there. Hopefully that will fill up that nicely. Got a sedum here from a friend of mine years ago. It was in our garden back here where the irises are, and it just never really taken, and so I decided to move them here because they were supposed to love sun, and I didn't, forgotten about them. Found them, and I've placed one on each side to see what it does. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go on this side of the reflecting garden. I've got a Penstemon here, Midnight Masquerade. So it's almost reflective on one side to the other, but not fully. Here is the other firecracker, crepe myrtle. I named this one after my cousin Millie, who passed away about a month and a half ago from cancer. She was a really sweet lady, so I was trying to honor her a little bit there. At the bottom base of her, I've got these beautiful lilies, just regular lilies. I had them in the front beds, and I thought where they were going to be not seen, so I placed them back here. So hopefully they'll do some really nice stuff. I've got some tiny tough stuff hydrangeas here, 2 of them. Hopefully they'll fill up nicely. I've got these beautiful, I mean, when I tell you these guys, I mean, the colors don't do it justice. I've got these, what do you call these guys here? Coral drift rose bushes. I've got 3 over here as well. And here is a fire chief Arborvitae. Here's a beautiful kaleidoscope Abelia. So I'm excited to see what they do in the fall. They're supposed to be really nice, I've heard. Okay, keep going down this little pathway here. We've got another soft touch holly, one on each side, a little paver to enter into the garden. As you can see, that's just kind of give you a view. And here we've got another kaleidoscope Abelia and a blue star juniper. And so let me go from this end here so you can see the garden, the reflecting garden from this angle. Looks nice, right? All right, I'll go talk about that in a second. We've got this beautiful hydrangea. I can't remember what type it is. I am not that great with remembering. But it put a beautiful blue flower, and it used to be right by the window, the steps going down from our back porch, and it was so tight in there. I ended up moving her and placing her out here so she can have a little bit more space. I got these beautiful rocks, big rocks right here, right there. I got a couple of them surrounding the space here, and hoping that that'll kind of give some interest, because I've got some lemongrass and I've also got some encore azaleas. That one is a Famosa azalea, so I think they'll fill up really nicely. And this beautiful cherry tree right here, named after my friend Shella. I got a couple azaleas and beautiful gardenias and loropetalums. And right here we've got this beautiful dogwood, and she's already, it's already spent. She already put her flowers. But anyway, before I forget, I'm not gonna go any further than this, that this is a Japanese bloodgood maple tree, and that's Guapo. My wife loves him. She called him Guapo because he's gorgeous, and he is ready. I mean, he's looking so happy here. So very excited about that. Yep. Okay, so this is one of the most important things in the garden right now. I wanted to share with you guys. I've had these 3 rings, as you can see. There are 3 rings here. The first ring, I literally just found the perfect flower to honor my father-in-law who passed away yesterday. And his name is John Lee Brooks, and I got a nice little plaque for him just to honor him and reflect of his kindness and his goodness that he was for our family. I found this beautiful Pugster white butterfly bush, and that's what that is right there, and I'm so excited about it. I hope that it will fill up. It's about, is it about 3 to 4 feet wide and tall? So very happy about that. In this ring right here, I just have a Russian sage at the moment. I don't have any, it's not for anything in particular, just that it's just a placeholder for now. And over here is a mid-dwarf hydrangea. It is a heartthrob. I think it's from Southern Living, I'm not sure, but it's a hydrangea, and this is of my dad, remembrance of my dad, Hector, and we've placed that there. He loved redheads, and so I've been looking and looking, like, what do I put here? What do I put here? Both of these, my dad, my father-in-law, and my dad, I've been just struggling to find what to place in there for them. So here is what that looks like. So we've got 3 rings, and that is the reason for the reflecting garden. Just a space, you know, we can reflect and think about the people we love, whether they've come or if they've gone or are still with us, or things that are happening in our lives. So I am really proud of that space, this whole space. It's really coming together. It's going to take a couple years for it to fill in, and things that might pass on and not work really well might need to be rearranged, but that's the fun part of the garden. Really quickly, last thing is this little pots here that I got from Target. You're gonna laugh at this. I've been looking for these cobalt blue pots, like a cobalt blue like this. But anyway, I went to, I think it was Lowe's last year, and they were on sale. I will tell you, they were $149. Guess how much I paid for them? Each. They're $140 each. I paid 40 bucks. Yep, that's right. You heard it right. I paid 40 bucks for it. They went on clearance. So I got, this one was fine. This one has a little crack. Really quickly, I'm gonna show you. This one has a crack here, but I was going to, like, I'll mend it. I'm just gonna put some kind of Gorilla Glue or something, but I'm trying to figure out what I can put in them. So sorry, I'm backing up a little bit and I'm shaking the camera there, but I'm gonna put either a dragon prince, I can't remember what they're called, a conifer. So I think I'll put that there on these guys and see what they do, but I'm not sure yet. I'm still working on it. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this mid-spring garden tour of my reflecting garden. It's coming along little by little. I mean, I literally just put that a month ago, a couple weeks ago, and I'm still adding stuff. So it's gonna take some time for it to really flourish and make her way of a space. And I forgot to mention really quickly, I was gonna put some of these I think they're called egg chairs, ones that swing or bounce, or I might get a swing to put back there so we can just sit. But yeah, it's coming along really nicely. All right, guys. Well, oh, I need to put some mulch. I brought some mulch here and finish it. I started to do that a couple days ago, but I didn't get to finish it. And I think that's it. All right, guys. Take it easy. See you on the next one. Bye.